And this picture, one of her employees took while we were working together. And this picture just tells you everything about Tina, her heart, her soul. She's always helping people. And when I see this picture, I almost go, I get teary-eyed over it because it means so much to me. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Well, Tina's here today to give us a little information on her new pigment line coming out. I thought that would be exciting for everyone to hear a little bit straight from her and how hard she's been working on it. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's so great to be a part of this group that's so hardcore and interested in about what you're teaching and what you're sharing. What is great about these kind of sessions is that we're really, truly versed in it. We know it like the back of our hand. We've done all the legwork to basically shorten your learning curve. Terry was with me from the beginning when I started working and experimenting with PermaBlend, and she understood it because she knew that it came from a maker of tattoo ink.
Right.
And it was that credibility that led me to start working with it, start teaching Terry how to work with it from my experience. Like, okay, this works, this doesn't work. Mix these two together to achieve a true brown. Is that how did you feel about that, Terry?
I felt there was just so much. I mean, it was a whole new learning curve because of coming from cosmetic pigments and then working with these highly concentrated pigments and making sure we weren't saturating the skin too much and too cool, too warm. I mean, it was a learning curve. And so when I was there with you, I think I was able to get a good grasp on that. And then we had a lot of conversations for a long time, every day. We still talk every day almost.
Yeah, and so what's happened is now I've used it long enough, along with a few select colleagues, that we can kind of exchange notes all the time to figure out what the kinks are, what's working for them, what kind of healed results they're getting, what kind of aged results they're getting, what's going to yield a nice, rich, let's say, blonde versus that ashy blonde, what's going to yield a nice, rich brown versus a gray brown. So with everyone's input, little here, little there, and basically we were able to decipher what is the best colors to make together. And I mean, as you guys know, if you haven't worked with PermaBlend, what you see is what you get, and the colors are balanced in such a way that they're very concentrated and they're very harmonious in the skin. So you're going to get a very predictable result, and a result that a client does not have to put any extra pencil on top because they're just satisfied with what they have.
Right.
So with PermaBlend and Tina Davies I Love Ink, I took that a step further because what I was doing with my PermaBlend, I was mixing them a lot to get my formulations.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our favorites, but really, I mean, as a seasoned artist, you use maybe 3 colors. 90% of the time, you use 3 colors.
That's exactly right.
People, you use a light, you use a medium, and use a dark. Mm-hmm. And then for your edge cases, you'll use the super ebony or use the really weak blonde. But most of what you need is 3 colors. And that's what I formulated the line to be. Terry's going to have it. She's going to have it first. I really support the people that support me as well. So I wanted to make sure that she was in it from the beginning, and then she could bring it to you guys, and you guys are privy to it.
This was your first box.
Yeah.
That I received back in New York at the tattoo convention, and there were a few lucky ones of us there that were able to get it, and I've been using it ever since, and it's amazing. It's so nice not to have to worry about, I need to add some Tina's Gold to this, or, it's just made everything so much easier, and the colors are healing and beautifully. I love the blonde. I love the gray, and I understand you've put an ash brown in there. I don't have that one because it wasn't in this kit. I know you've been tweaking it even more. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's nice about the set is it has 7 colors. You see here, ash, brown, gray, blonde, medium brown, dark brown, bold brown, and ebony. Sorry, I'm trying to read backwards on the camera. So that's something that Terry can speak to you about how to dilute if you like to use a solution to dilute, or you're creating shading with pressure, with hand movement, she can totally get into that with you. But in regards to the line, it comes with this color chart, and this is going to be really handy for you. So, because this is going to be your reference. And what Terry did with PermaBlend is she made a chart because they didn't really have a good chart. And so she made a chart so to help you guys to understand, like, what are the drawdowns. This is a drawdown, guys. This is like the darkest shade and the lightest shade. So you can see how the colors would basically become less and less saturated. So this is going to help you as a guide, and literally you would hold it up against somebody's skin to figure out where they need to be. You know, literally it's like looking at a Japanese sushi menu when you don't know the menu and just pointing to something and picking it. So the nice thing is it's just made super, super user-friendly with a lot of examples as a guide. These are, again, just examples with some swatches as well. I'm also listing out here what is the undertone. Is it yellow-based or is it orange-based? And that, I don't want to try to confuse you, but I just wanted to let you know there's a lot of basically insurance built into these colors. So you're going to get that rich, warm heel that's not ashy or it's not purple. You just have to really watch, girls. You really have to watch, and Terry will talk to you about this, when you come across people that are very pink and red in their skin. You cannot put very strong, cool colors and expect a color that's not going to come back a little bit ash or purple. They have predominance of that purple, and that's really the only thing you have to watch out for, girls. That's about it. Yeah, and through Terry's guidance, a lot of you girls, either you're probably, hopefully, this is your first line. That would be great if you just never have any screw-ups and any rainbows. But if it's your second line, your third line, what it is because these colors are so concentrated and you use them straight out of the bottle, you literally can cover up any of your old work. And it's going to stay covered up. Where versus before, any cosmetic line you would use within a year, 14 months, it would start to leave the skin, and which it was built to do. Okay, it was built to do that, but they would go right back to their pink eyebrows or right back to their gray eyebrows. So what you can expect is the 7 colors, the chart that comes with it that serves as a good guide. I'm also going to be having a color selection class too within the next few months. And that way, you know, especially for any user, they can just grasp that line right away directly from the source. I don't want to let other people that haven't used it dictate how to use it. I think people need to use it responsibly. And I mean, if they learn to use it from me, they won't have to guess. And Terry's going to be able to pass that information on to you guys as well.
Right.
So it's launching this month, and Terry's going to have it, and you can buy it directly from her. If you are also my client and Terry's client, it doesn't matter. We're on the same team. We work together.
Exactly.
You don't have to feel bad if you're buying from her and not from me. It's all the same. We're the same family. You can buy it from PermaBlend too. So I'm just being extremely direct and transparent. Just go with whoever you feel the most comfortable with and who services you well.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm here in the U.S. I know you ship all over the world, and you have different places you ship out throughout the world. So it's perfectly fine. Order from me, order from Tina, like she said, and we're here to support you. So Thank you so much for coming. Do you have anything else for us?
If you guys have a few questions I can answer since I'm right here in front of you.
Okay. We've got our chat box here, so let's see. Amy says it's really the only brow colors you need if you work correctly. Amy Connors. I know she's been using the colors a lot, and she's really, really happy with them. Pam said she took the original Brow Masters course. And
hi, Pam.
Pam Edmondson, yes. She came and trained with me a while back, too, on lips. Amy loves them. Yeah. For correction, do you suggest to do a pass with a corrector color and then finish with the I Love Ink line? What's your opinion on that?
That's a really, really good question. And if you have something that's faded down around 50%, so it's basically like, let's say if it's like an orangey pink, hazy orangey pink, and before you were taught, okay, I've got to modify this with green first, or I've got to use a green color to cancel this red. Well, because these colors are so concentrated, you don't have to do that step. you can put your target color directly on top. So I've got to, and Terry's got to reverse your training. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do that. Because the thing is, permablend is so concentrated. So let's say you did put a green brown on top, it's going to heal green brown.
Right.
You'll be shocked. It's not going to be something that's going to basically get sucked in with the red and then come out with a corrected color. No, you lay your target directly on top. So let's say it was Terry. Terry, pretend you're this person that needs this correction. You've got red eyebrows. Well, for you, I would suggest maybe medium brown.
Right.
Maybe, okay, just based on, let's say, our consultation and your coloring. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be conservative. I'm new to this line. I don't want to screw up. I'm going to use medium brown this time and see how you heal. And when that heals, you'll see that it's actually a true mid-tone medium value color. And then when she comes back for her touch-up, then you can go the next step. So let's say you started here. Whoop, let me flip this over. Let's say you started here, medium brown. See, look up here, medium brown. And then you like that result. Or let's say Terry goes, you know what? I don't think it's dark enough. I want more. Then you go here for her touch-up. In the beginning, I want you guys to use the colors straight up. This is going to be really hard because you guys are so used to mixing something. Like you'll be going, well, I'm going to use this and I'm going to add a drop of that. Or maybe I'll use this and I'll add 2 drops of this. Or I'll use this and add another drop of that. Like try to use them straight up because I want you to learn how they heal in their natural state. Once you see how they heal in their natural state, for example, like you use blonde in its natural state and you see that it heals exactly like a golden wheat, now you understand the standard of that color. You know the predictability. It's always going to heal like this. And is that enough for you? Well, maybe you don't. It's not. It depends on the case. But then you know, like, I know this is the base, and then I'll add a drop of this, or I'll add a drop of that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's just really simplified things so much. Let's see, we have a color. Let's see, Sarah Purbach says, I love that we don't have to neutralize first for the correction. Isn't that great? You don't have to have your client in a million times to do something. Donna, did you say you're going to have a color class? I think you said a color informational course based on your line. It's
yes.
not going to... Go ahead.
Yes, it's only based on I Love Ink. It's not permablend, but in the class, I'm going to be talking exactly just like what I'm talking to you guys about now, is use case and also case studies. So then you'll know, because you're going to have to know how to do a touch-up on old eyebrows, rainbow eyebrows, what I recommend, how you would use it for microblading, how you would use it for machine. It's going to really just help you get a good grasp on how to use the line. So that is coming up within 2 months. So, but for now, you can still use it, but definitely just to, shorten your learning curve, learn from my mistakes. I'm going to show you so many bad cases. You're going to be able to learn how to use it quickly.
I like the fact that we're doing that in our industry now. It used to be all you saw online were everybody's best work, but you put it out there, Tina. You're showing your mistakes through the years, and I think others of us are starting to do that too, because we're all learning from each other, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And, I think it's really important in this time that everyone's only talking about the good things, but to talk about the bad things as well, because we all need that support.
We do.
Yeah. And it's just very honest. I mean, I like and value honesty,
Absolutely. We need integrity and honesty right now in our industry.
Yeah,
well, thank you again.
Yes. Thanks for having me. You guys have a great class. I want to stay. Okay, so you can like cut me off, and then I'll stay for a little bit and hear what you guys are talking about.
Sure. Thank you again for coming on screen, and you are welcome to stay as long as you like.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to you later.